Set in the hills of California wine country, Sonoma Raceway is a challenging test of driver and machine. And this weekend, it's twice as tough. 2 races in 2 days for the young stars of the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series. The first of those 200-mile all-out sprints goes green next, live on Racing America. And hi, everybody, from the head of the grid along pit road at Sonoma Raceway, Alan Bestwick, joined by former Trans Am Series champion, former Trans Am Series race winner here. Top 10 all-time in Trans Am race wins. Is that enough for you? Boris said, thanks for doing this here with me this weekend. I think we're in for a really tough fight here for these 100 miles. What say you?
It's going to be good. I mean, we have 35 TA2 cars. That's a lot of V8 engines, a lot of cylinders, a lot of horsepower on a really technical, tight, twisty track with a lot of elevation and blind corners. There's no way it's not going to be exciting.
And as it's the first of 2 this weekend, there are a lot of folks concerned about how much contact between cars we get over these 100 miles. We'll talk about that with some of the drivers and teams as we go throughout our pre-race and our broadcast today. First, it's been 6 weeks since the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series has been on track, so let's give you a little refresher of where we left off. It was in the rolling hills of North Georgia, all the way on the other side of the corner, where we last took the green flag. 31 drivers took the green and checkers for that one, and while Helio Meza started on pole and led all the laps, it wasn't that straightforward. Some great racing early that led to a lot of drivers running into trouble. Atlanta area driver Graham Jacobson, who started inside the top 10, got shoved into the gravel trap. A spirited fight for top 5 spots was going on all race long. Noah Harmon in the 7, last year's championship runner-up Sam Corey in the 70, and 3-time champion Rafa Matos in the 12 mixed it up throughout the race. Alon Day in the 17 had crashed in practice and started in the back, but the 4-time NASCAR Euro Series champ charged all through the day. He finished on the podium in 3rd. There was some rough stuff. Chicago's Gavin Gleitzman in the 51 had an issue. Roberto Sabato and Jared Audrick both were tagged in traffic. Gian Buffomatti had a tire lose pressure, bringing his race to a dusty end in the Turn 1 gravel trap. Then there was Laney Bice clipping Thomas Merrill and Jackson Tovo, avoiding all of that and all this going on behind Helio Meza, the young Texan who is a perfect 3 for 3 in TA2 competition and hopes to keep his undefeated record intact today. It was Meza going flag to flag in Road Atlanta 6 weeks ago. All right, so that's the setting that leads us to today. We start off with Helio Meza winning the pole again. He's now a 3rd straight this season and 4 straight races going back to the end of last season, starting on pole for TA2 competition. And Boris, here's the fun part. We get to take the camera and go talk to some drivers. Want to lead us off?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Off to the grid it is.
Hey, Helio, you have a minute? Boris said.
Boris.
Nice to meet you. Big fan of your work.
Thank you.
I didn't know much about you before going into this, but seeing what you did in qualifying, you dusted the guys. You've already run 2 races. What do you think about winning a 3rd today?
I don't think it's a bad idea.
What's it going to take? That's a better question.
Just being smart, really, I think. I mean, this is a doubleheader weekend, which is the first for me in this series. So, for me, I'm thinking that a lot of the guys are going to try and play conservative today and then kind of lay the hammer down tomorrow. So I'm trying to see if I can use that to my advantage today and kind of, take advantage of that and just kind of get a lead of the field, take control, and see what happens. But we got Alon Day, my teammate, Connor Mozak, behind me, and so got a good competition, so we got to work hard for it.
Good. Well, good luck. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Helio, good luck today. He mentioned Alon Day. Let's slide over to the other side of the front row. When we last saw Alon at Road Atlanta, he started in the back and charged all the way to the podium. This time you're starting up front. How good's your race car, and how do you feel about today at a place where you've raced before in other kinds of cars?
First of all, I'm very happy to complete a qualifying. That was the first qualifying of the season for me. The JSSI car is pretty good. I mean, what can I say? I mean, SLR did an amazing job to put top 3 cars in qualifying. I just want to survive turn 1. I think this is the most important part for me. Starting from the outside here is a big disadvantage when you go left. Try to be smart. It's a long race. It's a long weekend. You need to think about also the race tomorrow. So there's a lot to think about.
So being a doubleheader, will that change the way you drive today for tomorrow?
Yeah, of course. Just to be more smart. Not getting into stupid scenarios, crashing into somebody or destroying tires or doing anything like that. You need to think in advance. Also, there is a part of the race where I need to think about putting a qualifying lap for the race tomorrow. So there is a lot of things that I need to think about. But yeah, I've raced here before, raced Cup, raced Arca. So I know the track. I love the track. It's an amazing track. And also with the carousel, first time for me on the carousel, which is super fun. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a good race.
Good luck today.
Thank you very much.
That's Alonde starting on the front row. Boris, you and Boris can have a conversation about that, driving all different kind of cars here. While I tell you that Alon's talking about race 2 tomorrow, each driver's fast lap in today's race sets their grid position for tomorrow. So even if you're not running at the front of the pack, you got to put in a blazer to get a good position for tomorrow. 35 drivers set for an all-out 100-mile sprint at Sonoma Raceway. Round 3 of the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series goes green in a few.
Good luck. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Boris.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Haggerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, all for less than a set of race tires. Haggerty, let's drive together.
Racing America is live at Sonoma Raceway in the California wine country, getting ready for the first of 2 races in 2 days for the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series. And while today is the 3rd race of the season for the National Tour, it's the season opener for the TA2 Western Championship, a championship consisting of mostly races in, you guessed it, the Western United States. Our next-gen driver spotlight today is on one of those drivers in the Western Championship. It's Bob Accardo of Livermore, California. Now, Bob's a former bull rider who started his racing career on dirt ovals and then made the move to pavement racing and the Trans Am Series about 5 years ago. What makes Bob and his team stand out is not just what they do on the racetrack, but the special guests they have with them at the racetrack. And our Ben Sissel has more with Bob.
Well, thank you very much, Alan. I'm down here with Bob Accardo. And Bob, you're here with your friend Tate. Tell us about this. I love having you out here with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Tell us about Tate and your friend here.
So Tate we met through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You are 13 years old, loves motorsports. What else can you tell him?
I play guitar, pretty good at it. Been playing for like 2 years. I love racing and stuff. Watched it since I was like really young.
I love it. Play guitar, too, man after my own heart. And one thing about you, if you love motorsports and you play guitar, that means you're set for this because nobody here, no matter our age, ever evolves past 16 years old. In our heads, we're 16. And then, Bob, it's great to have you back in the series running in the Western Championship. What's your plan here at Sonoma?
Oh, man, my guy's been working on this race car all through practice, and we finally found some speed. And we're just going to go out and have a good time, see where it lands.
I love it. And we're going to see Tate for the start command. Absolutely love it. Have fun out there. Alan, I'm going to send it back up to you.
Ben, thank you. I think we walked into the middle of a situation here. We've got Lainey Bice by her car with some guests. Guests over here. Can we see that? Maybe just for a second, everybody. Hey, wave hi. You're on TV. All right. We got all kinds of things going on down here as the grid walk is continuing. You're a driver. You're getting ready to buckle into the car. All of this energy at the moment. Is it hard to calm it down when you get buckled in?
You know what? That's the best time. You have a lot of noise and fans and people. But as soon as you get in the car and put the window net up, that's when it gets quiet and you kind of get in the zone, and then you just start thinking about what you're going to do for the next hour and a half. So that actually is one of my favorite times in the car. It's peaceful.
Yeah, and all these drivers will be getting that peaceful, easy feeling.
Yeah.
Hello, Eagles. In just a few minutes when we go racing. Closing in on the start of round number 3 of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. When we come back, we take a tour of the Sonoma Raceway track in the eyes of those who will compete on it shortly. That's next on Racing America, live from Northern California.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
JM Environmental Incorporated, Northern California's leader in demolition, hazardous materials remediation, and abatement since 1994. Performance, progress, service accelerated. On the job site and on the track. JM Environmental, proudly powering JM Racing. Proudly supporting Trans Am and Racing America.
Welcome back to the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series Fanwalk here at Sonoma Raceway. And the car that I keep passing that makes me so hungry because I love cookout, that's Max Reeves. First time here with us in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. Max, welcome. Are you having a good time?
Yeah, I've had a good time all weekend so far. We didn't have the best qualifying effort, but I feel like in this race we're going to come on and come through the field. So I'm right behind my teammate Tanner, so hopefully we can almost like train through. That's the plan.
I love it. Well, Max, welcome. We're going to walk up through really quickly. We've got Cale Phillips currently leading in our Pro-Am. We've got a lot of great cars here. Seamus McKendry, Tanner Reif. Then in our Western Championship, Michael LaPaglia, who was a champion with us a few years ago. You'll see the yellow for the people that are running in the Western, which is great to have Kyle Kelly also in the Western. And Paula with Kyle Kelly is who gave me my great rose flare. Then we've got Jace Denmark here with the Verano Private Estate Beachfront Villas. Cole Moore, but we're trying to make our way up to the front. Tim Carroll, another one of our great Western Championship drivers here with CRD Manufacturing. Graham Jacobson is actually, we got to get a shot of this, actually running in National and Western with SBM Racing. Then the Tim L'Intimidator here in the Western. Last year's Pro-Am champion, Jared Odrick. Gavin Gleitzman here. Oh, we got Chicago next to each other. Gian Buffamonte, Vinny Mescalis had a really good showing with us this season. Rafa Matos in the 2.6. Something we've never seen before in the same row are two twin brothers, Ethan and Jackson Tovo. So we'll see if they play nice, but usually twin brothers aren't able to play nice. Sam Corey over here. Lainey Bice is also running. She's our front runner in Western, also running in the National. Then we're coming up here to the sharp end. Adrian Lostovsky. Connor Mosak is back with us with the Friends of Jacqueline Foundation. I'm sorry about that. Then Alon Day. And then we've got Helio Meza here, who is basically 3 for 3. Unbelievable. Now, we go over here. We have the Air Force Base Honor Guard. Love having them out here. Thank you so much for coming out. Absolutely love it. And then we have Bill Knox with our Honor Guard. But we've got the Travis Air Force Base Honor Guard. Look at that. Some great visuals. And now for our invocation, if you'll remove your hats, Bill Knox.
If you'll join me in prayer. Heavenly Father, as we come to you today, Father, we ask that you wrap your almighty hands around this great facility. Father, we give you all the praise for today, for this great day that you have provided for each one of us to do what we truly enjoy. Father, we ask that you keep the drivers, the crews, the officials, the spectators, that you keep them all safe, that they too can return home to their families. And Father, we ask finally, as only you can do, Father, that you bring peace throughout this world. In your Son's most honored, holy, and precious name we pray. Amen.
And ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. Carly, if I can have you stand right there. Carly Rhodes to deliver the national anthem. Take it away.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you.
Oh, my goodness, Carly. Amazing. That was absolutely beautiful. Nice job. Speaking of beautiful music, we're going to start our own raucous music here in just a second, right after this break.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Hagerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, offer less than a set of race tires. Hagerty, let's drive together.
There you see drivers getting buckled in down on the grid, 35 of them getting ready to go in round 3 of the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series for 2026, and the first of 2 back-to-back. They race again tomorrow here at Sonoma Raceway. Now, it's a cool day. It's 54 degrees. The track temperature is about 50 degrees colder than it was yesterday when these cars were last on the speedway. Boris, with the Trans Am cars in the first of our races today, you talked about concerns about getting heat into the tires. What about with the TA2 cars?
It's going to be the same with the TA2 cars. I mean, what's bad about that is the tires like heat to get grip. What's good about it is these cars are normally very hot, so it'll be nice and cool in the cockpit today for the drivers. But the first couple laps, it's going to be pretty slippery for these guys.
And you look at the run here, that bend turn 1 and up the hill to turn number 2. When you funnel 35 cars in rows of 2 up that hill, left hand first into turn 1 and right hand to turn 2, that's a tricky spot.
Turn 1 is one of the fastest points on the track. You go up 4 stories into a really tight turn 2, and that usually ends up in a big stack up like on the highway when cars start slowing up.
Yeah.
It gets pretty bad about row 10.
Yeah, and there's not much runoff room, as you can see, on either side of the racing surface there. So that's going to be an anxious moment for everyone involved. Coming up very shortly when they wave the green flag and turn them loose into turn number 1. We race the traditional Trans Am distance, the 100-mile sprint here at Sonoma Raceway, just a little over 2.5 miles around. That works out to 101.6 miles specifically, and 40 laps is what's ahead. Let's go down trackside and get ready to start them up.
Well, thank you so much, Alan. I'm down here with my new friend, Tate. We've been talking music. He's a guitar player, playing some Foo Fighters song. Absolutely love it. Nick Middleton here with Q3 Architecture, but to deliver the most famous words in motorsports. How you feeling? You feeling good? You look a little nervous.
I'm pretty nervous.
All right, well, just channel your arena rocker mojo to deliver this, all right? And I know Nick can get loud. Mom and Dad, you also have to get loud. All right, Tate, to deliver the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Tate.
Drivers, start your engines!
Well done. Well done. And our field of high horsepower V8s roars to life along the pit lane of Sonoma Raceway. So getting ready to go here in just a moment. They'll roll them off. There'll be 2 pace laps before the green flag cuts them loose and starts the race. That climb up to turn number 2. Just the beginning of what is a very adventurous lap around Sonoma Raceway. Boris, you raced thousands of laps here. Visited the top step on the victory podium many times. These 12 turns in 2.5 miles. What are these drivers facing today?
Well, they're facing the roller coaster of racetracks. You know, a lot of elevation changes, a lot of tight turns, a lot of off-camber turns, a lot of blind turns. And the biggest thing that makes this track unique is there's not really a long straightaway like a Watkins Glen or Road America where you can kind of relax, loosen up your hands, and look at the gauges. So it's very busy and very physical.
Take you for a tour of the Sonoma Raceway, starting at the start-finish line, naturally. But watch as the map unfolds, the elevation changes.
Yeah, turn 1 is about one of the fastest turns on the track, and you go 4 stories straight up a hill into a really tight off-camber turn 2. A lot of action there. Turn 3 is downhill, then uphill over a blind rise into turn 4. Heavy braking, off-camber. Now you're going downhill in turn 5 really fast, up and over a blind rise in this downhill carousel. Super important because this leads to one of the best passing spots, turn 7. So if you get that right, you can pass a lot of cars here. Now what it's famous for is these S's. Very fast, very tricky, not much braking. Cars skating around all over the place. Turn 10, one of the most important turns on the track, very fast. That leads to the second best passing spot, the hairpin in turn 11. And once you get through all that, you finally made it through a lap and you had no straightaway to really relax. Just as busy as talking about it.
It's tiring, isn't it?
It's tiring, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've seen 3 incidents this weekend. 2 of them were in those S's. One was in the carousel, those two tricky spots that you specifically pointed out. So places to keep an eye on as we unfold here over these 40 laps.
Now, as they head out on the pace lap, you need to be really intentional about getting your tires up to temperature. We saw that in the first race, the TA1 race, that somebody wasn't quite that intentional, and he was slipping and sliding and got passed.
Yeah.
But right now, when you see this, I would like to see a lot more guys trying to get heat in their tires.
Weaving the car back and forth.
Weaving it back and forth.
All right, a look at the starting lineup. Helio Meza starts on pole again. He's going for a 4th straight win in just 4 tries in TA2. And Alonde, who has raced here before in NASCAR competition and is coming off that terrific back-to-podium run at Road Atlanta. Connor Mosak and Adrian Wlostowski in turn 4. Adrian recovering from a crash here a couple of days ago. Sam Corey, last year's championship runner-up, and Laney Bice off a top 5 in ARCA competition, running in row 3. The Tovo twins separated by 66 thousandths of a second.
I asked him, who's faster? And Jackson immediately said he was, but I go, who was born first? And it was Jackson.
There you go. Rafa Matos had a qualifying crash yesterday. The Mike Cope Racing team repaired the car. He will take his place where it should be in row 5 on the grid. Jared Audrick is the leading qualifier in Pro-Am. Tim Lynn is the leading qualifier of the TA Western Series drivers. Tim from Kentfield, California, 7th in the championship last year. He's been around, he's run 9 times here at Sonoma in TA2. And further on into the rest of the starting lineup, you've got Cole Moore and John Moore, who already ran the Trans Am race earlier today along with Rafa Matos. They'll run the double-double here this weekend.
Have you ever seen a race group like this where you have 15-year-old twins all the way up to mid-60-year-old guys? So you have rookies, hotshot teenagers, and really good veterans. So it's going to be a real mix of experience, youth, and speed.
A couple of top guys in the championship. Eric Caton, 32nd. Noah Harmon, 33rd. Eric had a problem in qualifying that left him deep in the field. Noah Harmon had an electrical problem in qualifying, left him deep in the field. They'll be fun to keep track of as they try and charge their way through. Again, 2 of the top 5 in the TA2 championship standings coming into today's race.
We went all green in the TA race, but I don't think we're going to be all green in this race. I think the pace car might see some action.
So question is, first lap, turn 2, top of the hill stack up. How many times have we seen that here over the years? Be fascinating to see if they can all make it through there okay. And then a lot of times the big passing zone, you mentioned turn 7, but also turn 11, that last hairpin at the bottom of the hill where people try and make that late braking lunge going in, and a lot of times don't make it cleanly.
And it's the slowest minimum speed, so a lot can happen there. Another good passing place people don't talk about a lot is getting on the outside in turn 1 and kind of doing the inside move with the hip check going into turn 2. Hard to do in a TA1 car, but very popular in these cars.
Onboard look from Ethan Tovo, the 15-year-old from Chicago originally, now in Cornelius, North Carolina. His onboard look from his Nitro Motorsports Toyota Camry. Our Cube 3 Architecture onboard camera for this race. Be interesting to get some looks at Ethan at work. Already had an interesting lesson here this weekend. He tried to make a lunge on somebody in practice. It didn't work out, and lesson learned.
We were lucky enough to see that.
Yes.
Didn't work out that great, but you know, when you're that young, 15 years old and doing this, it's pretty amazing what the simulators are teaching these kids in the video games, how good they are when they finally get to a real car. It's amazing.
All right, lights out. Atop the pace car, we are coming to the green flag. Again, 40 laps, the distance just over 100 miles, the traditional Trans Am sprint. This the 3rd race of the season. 3rd and 4th of 12 total for the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, and the first of 2 on the weekend. Remember, 3 different categories racing together here, all in the same equipment, same rules, but you've got the professional drivers, the Pro-Am drivers led by that 00 of Jared Audrick, and you've got the Western drivers by the car next to Audrick, the 17 of California's Tim Lynn. So, pace cars off. Here they come to turn number 11. What'll happen when they get up to the top of the hill in turn number 2 just seconds from now?
That's what they're wondering right now. They just want to get through that first lap.
It's Alonde outside the front row, the blue and white car. Helio Meza leading them down, trying to keep it perfect in TA2 racing. Looking for a 4th win in 4 tries. The green flag is out. We are racing at Sonoma.
Looks like a good clean start. Here's where the trouble happens now, where you get the stack up right here in turn 2.
Up the hill, the accordion begins to happen.
Looks pretty clean so far.
Wow, very nice.
That was a lot of give and take right there.
Very nice.
You never see that in a cup race.
All take, no give. Down the hill, turn 5. Now that steep over the rise drop into the carousel.
Over
turn
the blind
6.
rise. What's tricky about here is the car gets real light, and you have to get off the brake and back on it when the car gets weighted, or else you'll lock up a tire and slide right off.
Now they steam up the straightaway. That's the runoff area of the NHRA drag racing strip that's part of the complex here, and head for the big braking turn number 7.
It looks like Sam Corey made up a couple spots on the start.
Now the tricky S's headed down the hill. Meza, Day.
Already pulling away a little bit.
Mosak. Then the race for 4th position between Adrian Wlostowski.
I think Sam Corey's in there now in 4th.
And Sam Corey. The bump just before you hit the braking zone at turn 11. Here come those first lunges to the inside of that tight spot.
I think Rafa made up a few places on the start.
Look how the wind buffets that camera.
Well, that's a good camera shot right there.
Yeah.
It really shows the speed and how close you are to that wall.
Vinny Mescalis 90 inside the 30 of Jackson Tobo, with Ethan Tobo in the 10 right behind them. This is for 8th, 9th, and 10th here. Mescalis, a young Texan, back for only his 2nd try in TA2. Had a 2nd place finish at Sebring in his debut. He's been off running the NASCAR Euro Series as well as part of his program for this year.
So right now they're just kind of getting into a rhythm. They got through the first lap. They're trying to get their tires up to speed. The lap times are going to start coming down a little bit. But some guys now, I mean, like Rafa Manos, he really made a good start and got 2 spots right away while everyone's all bunched up.
Just watching the Jackson Tobo 30 Toyota there, and the flames belching from the exhaust pipe as he downshifted going up the turn 7. Oh, we got one of them. That's Jim Gallagher. And look at the nose damage on that machine. It is crashed into the barriers and off. He's going to try and drive it away. That's at the entrance to the carousel. He's trying to get it to a safe spot is what he's trying to do, is get behind the wall there.
Yeah, the carousel's really tricky because you're braking into the hill, and then as the car gets light, if you're still on the brake, you'll lock a wheel and go straight when the car lands. So you got to be really careful about coming off the brake and then getting back on it.
So Gallagher, the Pro-Am driver from the Seattle area, appears to have gotten the car to a safe spot. And we stay under green for the moment. There are. All right, let's see if we can have a look here.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly,
wow, look
what
at
happened.
that. Wow, that turned around on him in a hurry.
He just locked the brakes up.
Well, it's good to see him fire it up and drive it off to a safe spot. So we stay under the green. There are local yellow flags in turns 4 and 5 because of this, but the rest of the race course remains under the green flag. There's the local yellow, the stationary yellow flag in the corner. And Lainey Bice's car is missing the door.
Yeah, she lost that door, and that's going to hurt a little bit of aero, but lucky this track's not the fastest track in the world, so it shouldn't hurt her too bad.
That came out in turn number 11. It was sitting close to the racing line there, but has since I mean, they've made no further comment on that on the race control channel.
It's like when you roll your window down in your car going down the highway, you'll get that buffeting, and that's taking away, you know, it's adding drag.
There it is right there. Sid driver's left.
Yeah.
Sitting outside the racing groove. So we stay under the green flag there, except a debris flag, possible. Trying to see if that's still out down there in that part of the racetrack, and it is. The debris flag down in turn number 11. So Laney Bice running in 6th position. The 19-year-old from Jackson, Georgia. One of the Chevrolet development drivers, her first season here in TA2 after running a couple of races at the end of last season. And Laney, one of the drivers who, coming into this opener for the Western Series, has declared to compete for both championships, the TA2 national title and the Western Championship. I asked her why a couple of hours ago. She said, well, first of all, my sponsors and I really wanted to run the Laguna Seca weekend, which is one of the Western-only races. And it's a championship I can win.
That's good for her.
That's right. So there is Bice missing that door piece, but running in 6th position. You get the and that's why, by the way, the number plate on the scoring ticker indicates Bice as a Western Series driver. The team declared that her primary championship for the season. So you've got Helio Meza leading Alon Day by about 1.1 seconds. Then Connor Mozak, Sam Corey, and Adrian Rostowski are in your top 5. We look at
Ethan Togo now
as he chases his brother Jackson down into turn 11.
Who's the parents rooting for right now? How do you watch your twins? Pretty hard.
They're rooting for both of them.
Do they have a favorite? Here you get a good look at the elevation up into turn 1. And you can carry so much speed in the hill, really helps slow the car down. Now you can get an idea of the off camber.
Think about that. He just took that corner at 60 miles an hour.
Yeah. And if it was a tight road on a car, it'd be 30.
Yeah. Down the hill now, turn 4.
Let's get a good view of the carousel here. You're still going downhill. As you make this turn, it's flat out. And now you see it's like a ski jump. Up over the rise, you're braking, off the brake, then back on the brake.
And this is one of those corners where you can really put a hurting on your tires, depending on how your car's performing through there.
It's really hard on the right front and the right rear.
So up the drag strip they come to turn number 7. Jackson Tobo in the 30, Ethan Tobo in the 10. And right behind them is Gavin Gleitzman, another one of our first-year drivers in Q3 Architecture TA2 Series. Chicago area driver in that silver 51 car. And Gleitzman has a typical path, it seems like lately. Karting, Spec Mazda Racing, made his TA2 debut at Sebring. He's a high school sophomore.
Wow.
And he's here racing at Sonoma.
The racers are just getting younger and younger and younger, and they seem like they have 10 years of experience with what they're driving.
Right. Swap of positions there between the Tovo brothers as Ethan Tovo gets ahead and wiggles the rear end.
Well, that's going to open up a door for his brother, and he's taking. Oh.
Got to be careful, protect the rear guard. That's Gleitzman in that 51. And again, this for 9th, 10th, and 11th spots.
51's going to go down the inside here. Oh, it's just not quite enough.
Yeah, and good look at how that steep drop is.
Yeah.
Now up over the rise and into the carousel. Just checking on a couple of other stories. Remember I mentioned that Noah Harmon and Eric Caton were starting way in the back. A couple of our top drivers in the championship. And Harmon has already picked up positions up to the 26th spot, I believe. Just double checking my scoring before I misspeak. He's up to the 25th position. And Eric Caton has moved up to 28th after both of those started out the back because of problems during qualifying.
Seems like they all seem a little content right now where they're at, just to burn a few laps off. Still 34 laps remaining. Saving their tires, saving the equipment, maybe thinking about tomorrow a little bit.
Part of it, right? Pro-Am leader is Jared Audrick. He's running in 12th position. Western leader is Laney Bice.
Jackson's put a little distance on his brother now.
And
if you look at Rafa right now, he just got out of the TA1 car. That's a big change to get into one of these cars right after that. So he's got to do a complete reset on how he was driving to get used to this car.
Here's Jared Audrick, former NFL player. Turned racing to fill the void after he stopped competing in football. 38-year-old from Lebanon, Pennsylvania. In the black underwear, Helio Meza Chevy Camaro for TRB Autosports. He was last year's Pro-Am champion. And he seems like he's always in the mix this year. Jared has taken the same approach to his driving that he took to football.
Very serious. And, he's one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet in the paddock. But, man, I sure wouldn't want him running at me to tackle me.
He made that impression on you quickly, right?
It's the only guy you just want to think about before you get into him and spin him out by accident.
Yeah.
But he's a super good guy, and, man, he's gotten a lot better. I mean, really, really big improvement this year.
Wanted to get better running here at Sonoma, get more laps, so he came out here a few weeks ago and entered the Toyota GR Cup race, which is a totally different type of car. Feels nothing like a TA2 car.
It's about half the horsepower, probably.
Yep. But came out here and got laps on the racetrack. Ran a pair of races that weekend.
And why that helps so much here is because there's so many blind corners. So just to learn that, know where the car needs to be, it doesn't really matter what kind of car it is. It's going to help you with whatever car you get in.
That red, white, and blue 98 machine that we were looking at a minute ago, that was Doug Winston. He got wrecked in practice by another driver the other day. They lost all day in the Thursday test. They lost all day Friday rebuilding that car. Never got a qualifying lap in on Saturday. Started basically from scratch at the back of the field after getting... Oh, there's a spin. Is that Gleitzman?
Yes.
Right off the corner.
Gleitzman. No damage. Losing a few spots trying to get it fired.
Off of turn number 5.
Still green.
So that would be from 11th place. And we'll see where he registers when he comes back across the timeline this time by. So now an interesting mix of drivers here, as you've got some of the National Series drivers, some of the West Series drivers, some drivers doing both races today.
Moore.
So the 199, the red car in that frame.
Is that John or is that?
That's Cole Moore.
Cole Moore, who won the race earlier today.
In TA Cup.
Yep.
And here he is in a TA2 car and trying to make his way forward. He's in the 17th position now. The JM Racing Moore Motorsport Ford Mustang.
Running 4th in the West Coast region.
So he's doing the double here this weekend along with his dad and a few others. And this race for position here, 90 is Vinny Mescalis, the young Texan, Dallas area. 26 behind him is Rafa Matos. Now Rafa crashed this car badly in the carousel during qualifying. The car got away, spun up the hill, hit the barrier with the back end of the car. The Mike Cope Racing team working till 10 o'clock last night, then back in this morning to finish the car. The first laps this car turned on the track since that crash were when the green flag waved.
And they're pros. I mean, they did a great job. He's running good, fast right now. He's up a few spots. Looks like Jackson's kind of making a run at him now, though.
So Rafa Matos, this week, he's been driving for Stan Barrett Motorsports this season. He's going to drive for Mike Cope Racing for 3 events this year, part of a partnership between the two teams. Of course, Mike Cope Racing and Cope Chassis, one of the big chassis suppliers to TA2 Racing for many, many years. Mike, veteran racer himself, and having Rafa behind the wheel of this car, subbing for Thomas Merrill, who's away this weekend doing IMSA duties in the Michelin Pilot Challenge. But for for Mike Cope Racing, having Rafa Matos get behind the wheel of one of their machines, it's kind of like opening the encyclopedia.
Yeah.
And helps all of the drivers in the Mike Cope chassis roster across the season.
He can help validate their setups and tell them what direction they need to go, and that's going to help the whole team.
So So there, driver's right. That's that door that came off the Laney Bryce car. But you see how far outside the racing groove it is.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem.
You could run that over, wouldn't hurt anything anyway. It's a little piece of fiberglass.
So that's why we've been able to stay green. And for Laney, it just means the cars catching a lot more air than it otherwise might. That's a convenience for the drivers to get in and out more easily with the narrow windows of today's profile cars.
And then a track like Road America or Watkins Glen, it might hurt her a little bit on top speed, but I don't think it'll hurt her too much here.
So watching Noah Harm, is that Noah Harm? No, that's Tanner Wright there in the 75. The Silver Hair Racing silver and blue machine try and move his way through traffic. Cole Moore just in front of him. So Moore running 16th, Wright 17th. And Graham Jacobson just in front of them in 15th, excuse me.
Jackson seems a little better than Rafa down through the S's, but Rafa is better than him coming out of the carousel up to turn 7.
So a quick look to see where Weitzman got back to after that spin. He's back in 20th, so 11th to 20th for Gavin Weitzman. As we run under the green flag with a quarter of the race complete. 10 of 40 laps are down here at Sonoma, and we've been green all the way through. Could have had some of your money, couldn't I?
The whole series has made a big improvement. You know, the guys last year, there were so many full course cautions. The pace car was in the top 10 in the points, but this year they've run a lot better, a lot more give and take, and you're just getting smarter and more experienced to understand that you need to be there on the last lap. That's an important lap.
Watching Gian Buffamati in that 95 Toyota chase down Jared Audrick. That is a race for 11th and 12th positions. Gian started his second season of TA2 racing, son of former TA2 champion driver Tony. He started last season slowly, then they went to Laguna Seca, had a great finish, and it was like it unlocked the door. Hey, this is what happens here. And the results just got better and better and better and better all season long.
And I think that what happens is it just unlocks confidence. And once he has the confidence that he can run with the guys in the front, he's going to be a front runner. And it's almost easier to run in the front. If you can be in the top 10, it's easier to run with the top 10. When you're in the back, it's definitely harder.
So first, second, and third, Helio Meza, Alon Day, and Connor Mosak coming through your frame as we remind you that you can get all your favorite racing action on the Racing America free streaming channel. You can watch 24/7 on Amazon Prime Video, the Roku channel, and My Free Direct TV. You get live racing, original content from Trans Am and the grassroots and the NASCAR racing communities. The Racing America channel, your 24/7 racing fix. Appreciate you joining us today on Racing America as we watch the Q3 Architecture TA2 Series in their third race of the season at Sonoma Raceway in California. There's another one here tomorrow. It's a doubleheader weekend. First of 2 doubleheader weekends on the season. The other will come up at Watkins Glen International in July. And there is young Helio Meza in the 28 machine. Young driver from just outside of Houston, Texas, driving for Alessandros Racing and the Team SLR group. He's a Chevy development driver. He's running the full Trans Am 2 season this year. Last year was a 2-time NASCAR Mexico Challenge Series race winner and the Mazda MX-5 Rookie of the Year.
What you notice about Meza is he's so smooth. He's not sliding the car at all. He's not killing the curves. He just looks like he's in total control. And the first 3 guys, they definitely separated themselves from the field, Meza, Day, and Mosak. And besides that, it's really close after them.
Helio just seems to have a great feel for the race car. When you talk to Scott Lagasse Jr., operating SLR racing with his dad, Scott Sr., he talked about Helio Meza with him. He said, I don't know what it is, but there's something about the way this kid feels what the race car is telling him. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's kind of like a Connor Zillage. He seems young. He's just as young as Connor was when he was doing it, and he's just very relaxed and confident. Here's Adrian Witowski up into turn 2. This is a great turn. See the elevation. Looks very smooth on the wheel right now.
Adrian from New York City in the Thursday test, the afternoon session, set the fast lap of the session, then crashed. And they had to miss a chunk of time rebuilding this race car, but got it out there, qualified well, and Adrian got his first ever podium in TA2 racing at Sebring in the season opener, and he's looking for another one here today. He comes in right now trying to bounce back off a tough weekend in Road Atlanta in March.
I'm a big fan of Adrian's for the simple reason he reminds me of Alan Kowicki. You know, he has a race shop in New York City, which is a little abnormal, but he works on the cars, he coaches the guys, he builds the cars, sets the cars up, and he races the cars. He's a kind of a one-man band, but he runs a really good operation.
Spent part of his time between TA2 races up at Lime Rock Park, coaching some of the drivers that he coaches, does a lot of that. He's got 4 different cars in this race out of his operation. And yeah, you mentioned operates out of Queens, New York.
Yeah.
Which is, it's not the normal Mooresville, North Carolina address for a lot of race teams.
He's definitely on the outside there.
Always fun to talk to Adrian, and he'll tell you exactly what's going on. He runs right now in 5th position, being chased by Laney Weiss and Vinny Mescalis. There is Laney behind Adrian.
And it looks like Laney, she's reeling him in slowly. He's about 3/10 quicker the last lap.
Top 3 have put a gap on everybody, though.
Yeah, they're in the race of their own right now.
Yep. Have put 4th place Sam Corey 8 seconds behind them. That's a lot.
That's a lot. You know, Sam could be just thinking for sure there's going to be a caution. I'm going to save my tires. You know, I'll wait till the caution, then run hard after that.
Sam has about a half a second on Adrian Listowski. Then you've got Bryce, Mescalis, Matos, and the Tobos, Ethan and Jackson, finishing up the top 10. Jared Audrick, red tab there on the scoring ticker, is the leader in the Pro-Am drivers. And of the Western Championship drivers, it's Laney Weiss and also the 46 of Tim Carroll, who are the top 2 in the Western standings.
Well, Vinny picks up a lot in the braking in turn 11 on Laney.
That looked like.
But she seems to pull out in turn 1 and turn 2.
See this coming around the corner here. That was Ethan Tobo having a look inside, going into turn 11. And looks like Rafa Matos able to hold him off for that spot. There they are. This is Matos in the 26, Tobo in the 10, and you're right on board with Ethan. And just watch that speed number.
Yeah.
75 miles an hour or better up over these crests, around the corners, over the blind hill.
That looks fun. That's a great shot. 115 into a blind corner, up over the hill.
Been a little wide.
Up and down a little high, and normally the grip's right on the bottom in the carousel.
Now watch the top speed here. Remember, they're going uphill at this point. Scrub off about, what, 80 miles an hour there?
Yep.
Down to 40, yep. Now the tricky S's.
And this is a good test to see how your car's actually handling at high speed. And it looks like Ethan's a little better in the S's than Rafa right now. But getting by is another story.
And really the key to this is staying
right
with it. Right.
Turn 10, he's got to run on him. He can get him right here.
Yeah, didn't feel comfortable with it.
Now, Rafa, there's one guy to outbrake is Rafa. I mean, he goes deep as anybody, so that's going to be a trick. But he looks like his car's better through the S's.
You have a car stopped at the top of the hill in turn 2. Driver's left. That looks like the 66 of Christina Lamb.
And that's missed it when they went by, but that would be a bad place to keep a car.
It's a tough spot there. So there's a local yellow out right now going up the hill and through that corner. And we'll see what race control decides to do. There it is.
She's going.
She's got it fired up. So Lamb, the driver from the Washington, D.C. area, in the Helio Mobile Chevy Camaro, is going to get it back on track and keep going.
Might take a little bit to get that grass off the tires, all the junk.
And you don't want the grill opening plugged up with that either. That'll overheat even on a cool day like this one.
It sure would.
So Meza with 3 seconds on Alonde and 4 seconds on Connor Mosack up front. Then it's 12 seconds back to Sam Corey. Alonde mentioned this to us when we interviewed him on the grid, but one of the elements that goes into the doubleheader weekend, your fast lap in today's race is basically your qualifying lap for tomorrow's race. So as the fuel burns off, but the tires burn off, when you gonna throw the race pace out the window for a couple laps and try and put your qualifier in?
Well, it's a double-edged sword because the car's faster when it's lighter, but the tires start to wear out. So I think about now is really, you know, when they get a clean track and they're not racing somebody is when they can probably get their fastest lap. This is a really good scrap for 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah, it has been.
I think if Jackson gets by Rafa, he might pull away. It just seems like each one of them are faster in one part of the track than the other, and they can't get by.
How'd you ever feel about teammates when you were racing them? Because I look at, you know, Formula One or you know, Cup Series, Trans Am Series, TA2 Series. If you've all got equal equipment, then the first people you need to worry about beating are your teammates.
Yes, you want to be faster than your teammates, but when you're racing them, you got to be respectful because the team owner would not like if you wrecked his car. The teammates go, or you wreck each other. But if it comes down to the win at the end, then you don't know he's your teammate.
So our first 3 are all teammates here, including these 2 racing for 2nd and 3rd. That's Alonde in the renumbered for here, 117 because of the combined series races, and Connor Mosack in the 48.
Connor's done a good job slowly catching up. He was 2/10 quicker that lap. He's reeling him in slowly.
And of course the leader, Helio Meza, also a team car to these 2. Now Meza's given up a little bit of his lead here. Was that in traffic trying to work through? He has caught some cars to put a lap down, but his lead has dropped to 2.7 seconds over Alonde.
And I have a feeling he's just playing it safe. He's being real nice to the car right now. Thinking about tomorrow, like we said on the grid, he told us. I think he's got the race in control.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody beating him personally unless he has a problem.
He's been impressive.
Yeah.
Much as Matty Brabham has been impressive since he got into the Chris Dyson Racing 16 in Trans Am. Yeah, here in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, Helio Meza getting into one of these cars. His first race was at Circuit of the Americas, the season finale last year.
He won that.
Started on pole and won the race. And he said, yeah, the pole was a little bit of a fluke because of the weather. I had a good lap in practice. They canceled qualifying. Okay. Then when he won, then they canceled qualifying at Sebring. He had a fast lap in practice. He got the pole there. When he got Road Atlanta and he won the pole in time trials, he said, okay, that's my first pole. I'd say, well, you still earned the other 2. But he started first, and he's won each of his first races in this really competitive, difficult series where all the cars, in theory, are close together.
And the poles are nice, but who cares? It's the race wins people remember.
Yeah.
And that's what's impressive. A kid that young that's performing like this is, you know, you saw Connor Zillage do it and you thought he's not going to be another guy for a long time, and here we are a year later, we have one.
I was fascinated to see when it came off of turn 2 at the top of the hill there. You see that little burst of smoke off his tires, like he lit up the right rear or something?
It's really easy to do because it falls away from you, the track. You know, you actually, as you go by the apex, you straighten the wheel out to get the car to drive to the outside and get the tires flat so you can accelerate better without sliding the rear tires. It's a super technical, tricky turn.
Race for 2nd here, Alonde, blue and white, 117. Connor Mosack, the black and white, 48. We check back in on Ethan Tovo, still trying to deal with Rafa Matos. Just ahead, Carousel.
They're about half a second quicker than Meza that lap, and they were running identical times, Day and Mozak. So maybe they are going to catch him a little.
Top of the hill, turn number 7 now to run down through the S's.
Well, Ethan's been trying a lot here. I mean, he's definitely faster in the S's right here. But Rafa gets through turn 10, and he's really good on the brakes. Oh, this lap car can slow.
Traffic ahead,
He
yeah.
did a good job getting out of the way.
Slowed up Jackson Tobo just a little bit, but where are you going to go at that point on the track?
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah.
Jackson almost had a run on Rafa.
They're still going at it.
And now Rafa's going to be quicker than him from here to the carousel. And then Jack Tobo's going to pull him back in and down through the S's.
Right there, right there, right there. Trying to show a look in the mirrors a little bit.
Yeah, he's trying.
This would be again for 8th, 9th, and 10th positions back here.
The yellow car could play a part here. Lap down car. Right, got out of the way, really good, respectful.
Nice job. That was Matt Gray, the veteran from Minneapolis area.
See, Rafa gets a great launch off the carousel. Pulled a car length or so.
Well, if you're going to be good in 2 places on this speedway, you want to be good at the carousel getting onto the straightaway and coming off turn 11 to start going up the hill to turn 2.
Yeah, now here going in the S's, you're going to see if he's going to pull right up on him. Ethan slowly reeling him in. On him in turn 10. Just showing him the nose, but he's not close enough.
And as the leader flashes across the start-finish line, we reach the halfway point of today's race here at Sonoma. 20 down, 20 to go.
I would have bet money it wouldn't have been green half the race.
Right? And there are probably a couple people right now that kind of like to see a full course yellow to take a breath and regroup. And
I think everybody but Helio Meza.
Might have, what do we got here in turn 5? Well, don't see anything. Okay. All right, we stay under the green flag. And charge up over the rise.
Boy, Lenny Bruce is doing a really good job. I mean, her lap times are as good as 2nd through 5th right in front of her. She's really consistent.
Here's a look at the Nitro Motorsports Toyota being driven by Vinny Mescalis. 20-year-old from Dallas. Born in Brazil, emigrated to the U.S. with his parents in 2014. How'd he pay for his first go-kart to go racing in 2020? He mowed lawns and figured out a way. He is a sophomore mechanical engineering student at University of Texas at Dallas. And just in his 2nd TA2 race is Vinny Mescalis, and doing a great job. Again, finished runner-up at Sebring to Helio Meza. And right now runs in 7th position. Just looking at the various classes.
Laney, Vinny.
Still got Jared Aldrich leading Pro-Am, and he is a pretty good bit ahead of the next driver in Pro-Am. Really good bit ahead, actually. So Rafa Matos able to gain a little bit of breathing space over Ethan Tobo here, a little bit, as they come trundling downhill now from turn 4 to turn 5.
It's the biggest gap he's had in a while.
Yeah.
A little breathing room now. But I don't think Rafa, a guy like that, doesn't look at his mirrors too much. He's not too concerned with him. You know, even though Ethan's sticking his nose out a lot to try to kind of get him off his game, it's not going to work with a guy like Rafa. Too much experience.
like we got a car stopped on the run between the carousel and turn number 7, but it stopped off the main racing surface. It looks like Doug Winston. Talked about Doug earlier when his car was turned around by another driver and had a hard crash in the barriers in turn number 7. There it is.
Yes, he's up on the drag strip, actually, on the rundown of the drag strip, so that's definitely out of the way.
Safely out of the way, so we stay under the green flag. But tough opening part of the weekend here for the driver from New York. Here we go.
Oh,
finish up.
That's
Go
good
ahead.
racing. Ethan got him finally.
So Ethan Tovo finally mounts the charge around Rafa Matos in turn number 11 and moves up a spot. So Ethan up to 8th, Matos back to 9th, ahead of Jackson Tovo, who runs in 10th position.
It just goes to show you, this track, the handling is everything. And those S's, he was just better in the S's. And that set up the whole pass through turn 10.
Just a reminder that you can pick up all of your favorite Trans Am Series merchandise from our new online store. It's an online marketplace that's styled aesthetic. Series t-shirts, hats, and more on the Racing America store page. Plus, you can pick up the Trans Am 60th anniversary apparel line. Check it out at styledaesthetic.com. 60 years of Trans Am racing.
I think I started 40 years ago. It's crazy.
Top 10 all time in Trans Am Series wins. A lot of good days.
A lot of good memories.
Yep. Little glom of cars here coming into turn 11. What do we got? Laney Bice, 27, the lap car of Christina Lamb. Looks like the John Moore Western Series car, red, white, and blue machine there. And then Vinny Mescalis, the young Texan, coming to the inside. Mescalis running lead lap in 7th position, trying to chase down Laney Weiss for 6th.
Laney's tough. She's been running really good, consistent lap times the whole race. I mean, right with the leaders.
Trying to look around and steal a quick glance at who might have the best laps so
Helio
far.
Meza right now, he's going to be on the pole tomorrow, and Alan Day is 2nd, and Connor's going to be 3rd. And those three seem to be in a class of their own today.
So watching these drivers race here in some traffic, and traffic getting in the way as they come off the corner. Here's that replay of Ethan Tovo finally getting to the inside in turn 11 of Rafa Matos.
Yep, did a good job there. Rafa, he didn't make it easy, but he didn't make it that hard either.
We'd seen him have the, right up to the bumper, down the hill through the S's a few times, but finally had the momentum to get up inside where he felt comfortable. He could get to the braking point and not cause an incident for which he would be judged responsible.
Exactly.
By those in race control.
And since Ethan got by Rafa, he just turned the fastest lap of his race so far to 35 flat. So I think Rafa definitely was holding him up as far as lap time. And now I think we're going to see him pull away a little bit.
Working around the John Moore car, the 27 machine. And trying, Rafa is to stay in touch with Ethan Tovo. Behind them, Jackson Tovo has fallen 2.5 seconds back of them. Remember, he was in the mix of this race a little while ago. Then it's a pretty good gap back to Jaron Audrick. And Tanner Reif, who runs in 12th. Tim Carroll from California is in 13th. Well, he was in 13th. Noah Harmon just went by him. So Noah Harmon, after starting 31st, is up to 13th.
He's having a great race.
In the Silver Hair Racing High Point Rockers Chevy Camaro. Jace Denmark is running behind Carroll in 15th position, followed by Cole Moore, Kyle Kelly, and Michael LaPaglia. Rounding out the top, 18 to this point. As we're about to the getting close to the 3/4 mark of the
15
race.
laps to go when they get to the stripe.
So what do we have here? Bice chasing downhill. That is the 17 of Tim Lynn. It's not for position. And that is Jackson Tovo in the 30. Trying to move around John Moore as well. There's a look at Noah Harmon. 20-year-old out of DeLand, Florida. Silver Hair Racing Chevrolet Camaro. He is in his second season with the team, running the full schedule this year after running all but 4 races last season while he was pursuing another championship. And for Noah, started his year with a win at Daytona, the MX-5 Cup. Sebring qualified on the front row. Got tagged for for incident responsibility, avoidable contact. That 37-second penalty knocked him back to 18th at the finish. Atlanta finished 4th. Came into today's race just outside the top 3 in the championship. He's 64 points off the lead in 4th position. Noah is a college student as well. University of Central Florida, UCF. Studying business real estate as his major.
Huh.
So next time you go to look to build your next business, maybe you got a guy can help you find the right piece of property.
Got to find a smart kid.
Yeah. Very much. Looking at those gaps up front, it's just steady between the top 3. It kind of like Helio Meza is managing the gap and managing the race at that point.
Yeah, he's had 2 seconds for a long time right now, and he's just smooth as silk.
And Noah Harmon now next up will be his teammate Tanner Reif in line. Reif in the 75, just ahead there, blue and silver machine for Silver Hair Racing. And Harmon coming up behind him. Great drive. After again having difficulties in qualifying, some mechanical difficulties that kept him from having a crack at it. He's checking back in also on Eric Caton. He's moved up to 23rd position after starting back in 32nd. Another top driver in the championship, coming in 3rd in points and starting out toward the back and making his way as far forward as he can in our 40-lap race. A quick change of position between the teammates there, so Noah Harmon moves up to now 12th position. Tell you, in a 35-car field and just a 40-lap race, 100-mile sprint, if you start 32nd, 31st, and you get up into the top 10, you've done some work.
That was a good job, especially without any full course cautions to help you out.
So far.
14 laps remaining. Let's see. Boy, Noah just locked his tires up pretty good going into 7. Locked the right front up. That could have put a little flat spot on it. He's digging. He's driving like he's qualifying.
Square tires are not fun to race on.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Once you flat spot it, then the next time you brake, it always finds that flat spot again. And sooner or later, you end up blowing it out.
And another one stopped just off the carousel, but I think continued. No, check that. Let me see. It has stopped in a safe spot, but it is just off the carousel. That's the 99. That's one of the Pro-Am Championship contenders.
He's on the drag strip now.
Cale Phillips. There it is. Stopped just off. So he's in a safe spot. So we're going to stay under green. But that is tough for the driver who came into the day right in the hunt for the Pro-Am Championship, and with very little attrition and almost no cautions, it's going to be
Laney was sliding pretty good coming off the carousel, and with coming to 12 laps to go at the end of this lap, tires are starting to get hot and they're starting to get slippery. So we'll see who saved their tires for the end or not.
So let's check back through the field and show you how they're running in the order they are as things are stabilized a little bit. There's your leader, Helio Meza. He's up by 2.4 seconds and has led every lap of this race from the pole. By the way, he set the fast lap time so far and positioned himself to be on pole for tomorrow's race number 2. Dropping back from Meza, we'll find Alon Day next in line. There he is, blue and white, number 117 here, the driver from Tel Aviv, Israel, who started second and is held that spot all the way through, though not able to keep up with his teammate Meza at the moment. Running next in line will be Connor Mosak, driver running some Cube 3 Architecture TA2, some NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series races this year. There is Mosak in the black, white, blue number 48 machine for Team SLR, and again he runs in third position. Then you got to drop a ways back, and I mean a ways back, to get to the rest of the top 10. So Mosak in third has
23 seconds.
About a 23-second gap on fourth place. And that's Sam Corey in fourth for Nitro Motorsports, and you'll see the 23 seconds come by here. 23 seconds is a long time to talk when you're just waiting for the next car to come into the frame.
Yeah. But you're never short on words, are we?
Well, you know, don't try this at home. I'm a trained professional. So third is across the line there, and fourth is just coming into turn 11. And coming across the start-finish line. So Sam Corey at start-finish line, while Helio Meza is already up in turn number 3 and 4. That's the 128 of J.C. Monet, one of the West Coast drivers. Then Sam Corey in line. Next one, there you go. Silver and red, number 70, Cornelius, North Carolina driver, championship runner-up a season ago. Sam hasn't been up the front knocking around for wins through the first few races of the season, but he's in that next group and trying to find that missing piece this year, where last year he was up knocking around for wins and in fact scored his first win.
He definitely had more speed last year. Whether the team lost a little speed or they're a little behind in development is hard to say, but I mean, super competitive series right now.
Yeah. So Sam running in fourth position, then Adrian Wlostowski in fifth. He's 4 seconds behind Sam Corey, again in that rebuilt race car after the test day crash here on Thursday. We ride on board with Adrian as he goes up the hill to turn number 7.
I would think he's pretty happy being fifth right now compared to where he was in the guardrail the other day.
Part of winning a championship is minimizing your bad days, right? And when you've had a crash on the weekend, to come back, qualify near the front, and finish near the front, that's a win.
Well, you know, his team, they run 4 cars, and 2 of them were wrecked that day. So they had a lot of work, his team. They did an unbelievable job getting all those cars on the track.
And Doug Winston, the other one of the team cars that got turned into a barrier right there in turn 10. So Adrian running again in 5th position, been running there just about all race long. Dropping back to Laney Bice, who runs another 3 seconds behind Wlostowski. And Bice will be in the 6th position. Remember, Laney had that door blow out of her car on the very first lap of the race, but she runs where she started in that 27 machine.
And if you look at her lap time, she ran a 35.5 last lap, and I mean that's in the top 5 of all the lap times, fastest lap times that lap. So she's really impressive.
So Bice running in 6th position. Right behind her is Vinny Mescalis, driver from the Dallas area we talked about a bit ago in that 90 car for Nitro Motorsports. He's running that Toyota in 7th position.
He has a fast name, Vinny Mescalis.
Mescalis.
It just sounds fast to me. I don't know why.
He's been fast. You know, it's interesting to see when you're parachuting in and out of the series, right? He ran Sebring, goes away, races over to Europe, comes back. Here he is now at Sonoma for the weekend for 2. Then we won't see him again for a little bit. How you get the feel for this and build your rapport with the team. And
it's definitely hard when you're not doing it week in and week out like the regulars are doing it. It's a lot harder to get up to speed, just to be in tune with the changes and what you have to do to make the car its fastest.
Yep.
It takes a while, but this weekend being a double race, I think is really good for him, because this is kind of like a test session today, and tomorrow, he's going to be great.
After Mescalis, you drop back 1.9 seconds to Ethan Tovo you're right on board with here. Tovo, Ethan running in the 8th position. The Sporting Goods Toyota Camry for Nitro Motorsports.
And Ethan, the last lap, was the 3rd fastest lap time, so ever since he's got behind Rafa, he's been really going.
So Ethan has moved away from Rafa Matos since really needing a number of laps to get around him. He's moved away from Rafa by 3.5 seconds in that 8th position. So Matos now runs in 9th spot, driving the HP Tuners. Conquered American flagpole Ford Mustang for Mike Cope Racing here this weekend. And remember, this car was crashed in qualifying. The light blue and white machine for Matos, put back together by the Cope squad, and first laps it made were the first laps of the race. But here is the 3-time champion Rafa Matos running in 9th spot. One of the first-time drivers with us right behind Rafa. That's Joe Fodero out of Austin, Texas, in his TA2 debut. Then you get back next to 10th place Jackson Tovo. And Jackson has fallen almost 7 seconds behind Rafa in 10th position in the Pilot Travel Center's Toyota Camry. So look at your top 10. Jared Audrick continues to run as the Pro-Am leader. He's running in 11th overall. And we're inside of 10 laps to go. Past the 3/4 mark.
And still all green.
And still all green. I would not have won that one.
No.
Especially walking through the paddock this morning, right? Talking to everybody, and they were all concerned. Just as a good little fight for position here. 95 is...
I think there's a lot more give and take today, being that there's a race tomorrow, and they're thinking about that.
See, 95 is Gian Buffalati, 51 is Gavin Bleitzman, 19 is Graham Jacobson, and those cars 19th, 20th, and 21st, and that's kind of the best race we've got on the speedway at the moment. All three young guns and fighting it out no matter where they are on the track.
And LaPaglia, you know, in the Western region, he just got up to 3rd place that last lap on the podium.
There's Jace Denmark, 25. Running in 14th spot. Noah Harmon trying to pass him in 15th. Then LaPaglia, you talked about, in the 31. Kind of a blue and orange looking machine as Mascalis continues trying to track down Laney Bice further forward for 6th place. So what's ahead after this? Well, these teams have a lot of work to do between tomorrow, the checkered flag of this one and the green flag of tomorrow's race. These cars they're old school, but they're maintenance heavy after a race, and there's a lot of maintenance to be done to get them prepared to go 100 miles here tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure they're going to have to go through the brakes, the pads, the rotors. They might check the gearboxes, they might pull them apart, they might not, but I think that's something. They're also really hard on the clutches in these cars. So they'll go through those. They got some work to do. You know, it's funny, these teams, they take these cars and they go back to the shop and they work on them until they load them up for the next race, and that might be a week or two normally. But you come to here and they have to race from tomorrow, and they're going to get it done by tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they're just crazy. Whatever time they have, they put in that car to go through everything they can to make sure these things run.
So the race for 6th position, the most interesting at the moment, and we continue to follow that. It's Laney Bice in the 27, Vinny Mescalis in the 90, and Ethan Tovo in the 10 for 6th, 7th, and 8th spots with 6.5 laps to go. Caution free, 100 miles here at Sonoma. Going to be some tired drivers after this one, right?
They'll be a little tired. I mean, this is one of the most physical tracks in America right now. I know Cup drivers, cars falling out of the seat, getting tired. This was the one that really caused the most pain, just because it's so busy.
It caused the most pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, here we're lucky today because it's really cold,
It
so
is
it's
very cool.
comfortable in the cockpit today. It's not too hot.
And Bice is fighting hard here to hang on to this spot as Mescalis is all over the back bumper, and Tovo right there. And this is where, you know, you fought hard all race long. The car's sliding around a lot, tires are worn, balance has changed because the fuel burned off. It's so easy to get off the course here. And to just have that momentary lapse and throw it all away, all the hard work you've done to this point in the race.
It's super easy. And if you look at, remember Ethan, you know, he was obviously faster than Rafa, but he couldn't get by him. It took him a lot of laps to get by him. And now you look at Vinny Mescalis, he was 2/10 quicker than Laney that lap, but catching her and getting by her is going to be tough. And she's been really, really consistent, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Got away a little bit leading the carousel for the uphill run to turn 7. That's important. And again, down the bottom of the hill to turn 11, the last hairpin on the Sonoma course.
And now, you know, the tires are getting slippery and worn out. It's a big, big difference in how the car handles through these S's and how much speed you can carry down into turn 10.
And while that's going on, Helio Meza is just chugging along. Already across the start-finish line, up the hill.
He's in complete control right now. I mean, look at the car, how stable it is. It doesn't move, it doesn't slide. He's not using all the road and all the curves.
If you're not familiar with Helio's story, born hearing impaired, and as his racing progressed, had the cochlear implants and such, but they were afraid that not being able to hear the spotter or the race team would impair his racing career. His dad jumped in and helped invented a device to help the onboard radio match up with Helio's hearing system, and he's just the most pleasant young man to talk to. He's polite, he's smart, he's well-spoken. Our Road to Glory series, if you haven't checked that out on Racing America or the Trans Am Series YouTube page, go Trans Am, tells you the story of, he's one of the Chevrolet driver development. He works all day at school, homeschool on the computer, and then on the racing sim, working on his craft in the gym. And he's got a feel for one of these cars, and he's shown it in 4 races so far. He's not headed yet.
This is the first time I ever met him in person, watched his work in person, and I'm definitely a fan of his work. I mean, to be that young and this, he just seems like a veteran out there right now, not making any mistakes at all, in total control of the race.
Talk to his dad Jose, and you can see the mannerisms, the politeness, the intelligence, and so on. They're just delightful people to be around. And he has, since he first set foot in one of these Q3 Architecture TA2 cars, just had that feel for squeezing that little extra bit of pace out of each lap. And right now his lead over Alain Day is 2 seconds. Day has closed it up a little bit, but we're inside of 5 laps to go. How much of that is Meza just managing the race at this point to get her through to the checkered flag cleanly?
After talking to him at the start of the race about getting prepared for tomorrow, I think right now he's just being really nice to the car. Less work for the crew, just managing the race. Even if they caught him, getting by him would be another story.
Now, 5th position here is in jeopardy for Adrian Vlastowski, as he seems to have fallen back a little bit, now into the clutches of Lady Bice and Vinny Mescalis and Ethan Tovo. So they were racing for 6th. Now they're all racing for 5th as Vlastowski goes around the yellow slower lap car.
Well, Laney's got a run on him right now going into 7. He's going to block on the inside.
And this is where you have to be careful, right? Looking for that 1 extra position and throwing a couple of more away.
Could cost her 2 more right behind her.
That's right. Good look at it coming down the S's.
They look pretty equal through the S's. Let's see through turn 10. That's going to be the big decider. See if anyone gets a run down into 11. Adrian looks really relaxed in the car. His car's a little free on the way in. He had to correct for it. A late downshift. Good line though through 11. He's able to hug right on the bottom. Get a good exit off.
Got a good run there to try and protect some of that spot. 3 laps to go in this one. Again, this is the race for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th up the hill.
Boy, she really made up a lot of time up into turn 2.
Last time when they were working around that lap car, Ethan Tovo in the 10, the last car on the train, had a look at Vinny Mesculis into turn 7, but he was on the wrong side. He was outside as Mesculis protected the inside. Let's see who gets the run off the carousel here.
Well, Adrian got a really good run through the carousel and off the carousel.
Mesculis dusting up the track on the outside there. Little clip of the dirt with the right side tires.
Laney and Vinny are really, really even through the turn 7. Through the S's, it looks like Laney's pulling away a little bit.
Down the hill they come. Tricky turn 10 in the heavy braking zone for turn 11. Up over the bump. And down on the binders.
That's close. Adrian does a really good job getting off of turn 11 with his forward bite. Look how much he pulls there going up into turn 1.
And we pick up our leader, who's coming to the white flag in this Chevrolet Camaro. Alessandro's Racing and Team SLR. Now down the hill, little lap traffic ahead, and a 2.8 second gap now. He's opened up another 0.8 of a second on Landé as we head in the final lap and a half.
I think they should start him at the back tomorrow. Let's make it a little exciting for us.
Old-time race promoter?
Yeah, exactly.
Put up a bounty?
Yeah. I mean, didn't Bruton Smith used to own this track? He'd do it.
All right, white flag. He is waving, and across the stripe he goes. Helio Meza, 1 lap away from another victory.
Is that 4 in a row?
To keep his streak going from the end of last season through the start of this season.
We've got a little lap traffic to deal with here.
2.8 seconds back to Landé. '27 car he's working on.
Yeah, I think he's going to take his time. Probably wait till turn 7.
Up over the hill, down to the carousel for the last time. A long left-hander. And the slower traffic yielding to the leaders as they come through. Final time to turn 7.
One more time through the S's. It's so smooth.
You know, at the top of our broadcast, you talked about what a tricky technical course this is. It's narrow, no runoffs, the elevation change, and so on. Hasn't put a wheel wrong all day. All of the drivers, really, we've been caution-free the whole way through.
And even more impressed with the slower drivers, just heads up, knowing where the fast guys are, getting out of the way. Just a lot of give and take for all the drivers today.
Perfection continued.
4 in a row.
For the young driver from Texas, checkered flag is waving for Helio Meza. He wins at Sonoma Raceway 4 straight in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, and he is undefeated to start the 2026 season. Landé finishes second. Connor Mosack finishes in 3rd position. 4th is going to be Sam Corr. Got 1 spun. Coming down the hill, that is off turn 4. That's the 46 of Tim Carroll. He's going to get it going, and we're going to stay under green to the finish.
Yep.
So Sam Corr gets to the stripe and does indeed finish in 4th position.
It's going to be Adrian and Laney, Vinny.
5th, 6th, 7th. And
Jackson.
Ethan Tovo will get 8th.
They look alike.
Yes, they do. Garrett Audrick is in command in the Pro-Am, and is going to get another victory for that category. Laney Bice will be the highest finishing of the drivers in the Western Championship standings. I'm almost out of things to say about Helio Meza, but he's just been that good.
Meza's amazing.
I used
That's
that
what
line
his
already.
name
Find
should
another
be.
one.
I've never watched him race in person before, but he was really impressive.
Well, led every lap, started on the pole, and by the way, set the fast lap of the race, so he'll start on the pole again tomorrow for the back end of our doubleheader. And he's going to have a long day alongside him as well, who set the second fastest lap.
And then Connor Mozak right behind them. I mean, the three of those guys were in a league of their own, all SLR cars.
Yep. Well, it took on a tricky track that he had not raced on before, and showed him how to do it.
He crushed it.
And got it done in impressive fashion. So Helio Meza goes 4 for 4 to start his career in Trans Am racing. The Q3 Architecture TA2 Series checkered flag belongs to him. We'll hear from our winner in just a moment as we bring down the curtain on day 1 of our JM Environmental doubleheader in Northern California.
Rev up and get ready for race day with Mission Foods. The world's best racers and tastiest products come together to make every race delicious. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy to make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
Big news for car lovers everywhere. Now you can get Next Gen at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Every Next Gen formula is built with advanced ceramic technology, and that means a deep gloss finish, serious protection, and long-lasting durability for your paint. World-class racing teams trust Next Gen to protect their race cars under the toughest conditions. And you can trust Next Gen to protect your car every day. Find Next Gen ceramic protection at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get ready for race day with Stack Auto Lifts. The world's fastest racers and the most trusted garage lifts come together to elevate every moment on and off the track. From rugged 4-post lifts and powerful 2-post systems to space-saving single-post and scissor lifts, Stack Auto Lifts delivers strength, precision, and performance for every garage. Brought to you by Stack Auto Lifts, created by racers for racers. Proud partner of Race America for the 2026 season.
JM Environmental Incorporated, Northern California's leader in demolition, hazardous materials remediation, and abatement since 1994. Performance, progress, service accelerated. On the job site and on the track. JM Environmental, proudly powering JM Racing. Proudly supporting Trans Am and Racing America.
Welcome to RacingAmerica.tv. From the local short tracks to the road racing stars of Trans Am, we have you covered. Subscribe now for live access to over 200 grassroots races streaming all season long. Watch anytime, anywhere on your phone, tablet, or TV apps. Get a 10-year archive of grassroots races, plus behind-the-scenes NASCAR team coverage. And when the spotlight turns to Trans Am, Racing America brings you front-row access to the action. This is racing at every level. This is Racing America.
And Racing America live at Sonoma Raceway in Northern California, where day 1 of our doubleheader weekend is wrapping up. The Q3 Architecture TA2 Series race ran caution-free from green to checkered flag against predictions. And Helio Meza led all of the laps to score yet another win for the young driver from the Houston, Texas area. There are your unofficial results. Meza Day and Connor Mozak will be your podium in TA2. Top finisher in the Western Series is going to be Laney Bice in 6th position overall, followed by Michael LaPaglia and Kyle Kelly will be your unofficial podium. Jared Aldrich wins Pro-Am unofficially, he is 11th overall in your final rundown. Some nice rallies. Noah Harmon from the 30s on the grid up to 13th. And a few drivers had trouble in the race and failed to finish, including Kel Phillips, one of our Pro-Am championship contenders in the race. And you see some of the other drivers who finished further back in our 35-car field. Gallagher, one of the first to run into trouble when he caught the wall in the carousel, but managed to drive the car to a safe location and allow us to stay under the green flag. All right, let's go down to the victory podium area where Ben Sissel is waiting to talk to our winner or winners, as it were. Ben?
Well, thank you so much. I'm down here with Helio Meza. Come on, crowd, let's hear it. That was unbelievable. 2 races today, Trans Am that goes green to checker, no double yellow. So proud of our drivers. Helio, unbelievable. 4 in a row. I believe that's 10 in a row for Team SLR. That's got to feel good.
It feels really good. Man, I don't even know what to say. This team provides for me day in and day out every weekend, and I just think it goes all to their work ethic. They work so hard, and you know, we're always super late working on the cars. Even when we're fast, we're always trying to be better, and cause we know that everyone else is trying to catch up, and so we can't get content, and so we're working hard, and obviously it shows. I think it's 1, 2, 3 for SLR, and then obviously I think Lainey looks like she won West as well, so congrats to her. And so, man, it's just a team effort, and can't thank everyone enough. Alessandro's Racing, Team SLR, Adaldo Media Group, M1 Race Cars, all my family from LA that came out to watch me, and my brother Alonso for coming out. So there's a lot of people that make this possible. I'm just the guy that pushes the pedals and turns left and right. So all the credit goes to everyone around me.
Helio Meza, man, congratulations. Proud of you. We're going to come over here because our Western, first time in Western, Lainey Bice, unbelievable. And, you know, she did it like she said first lap. She's like, get that door out of here. And you and Vinny had a great race. How was it for you out there?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I cannot thank this Team SLR enough and Chevrolet for the opportunity to be out here. And everybody just gave me a really good car this weekend, and I'm just super grateful. Congrats to my teammates, all top 3. It's really cool to see. And I'm just super proud to be a part of this group and excited. But, yeah, the door, I don't really know what happened there. They asked me, they were really hoping that somebody had hit it, but it really just fell off. But it's fine. I didn't really need it anyway.
Drive until the doors fall off, right? Nice job. So proud of you. Lainey Bice, first in Western. Then we come over here to our Pro-Am. Jared Odrick, our champion from last year. But Jared Odrick over here celebrating with Troy, with TRB. Jared, how was your run out there?
It was a great run. I couldn't have done it without this guy, Troy, and TRB, and Jared, crew chief here. And it was awesome, man. You know, we raced really hard. We raced really good, and we're going to get better next race.
Nice. I love it. Always trying to improve. You just won the race, dude. Just take that win, you know, and then I know we're going to be back out there tomorrow, but just celebrate for maybe like 5 minutes.
No, we will. I'm thinking about beer, but I won't do it tonight. But
thinking about beer. I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to have some fun here at Jim Weed Winners Circle. Big celebration. Back up to you guys in the booth.
All right, Ben, thanks. Congratulations to our class winners today. And if you want to follow the entire podium ceremony along for all 3 classes, that'll be up on the Trans Am Series YouTube page live momentarily. But first, a look at the top 3 finishers from all of our classes as we wind down things on day 1 of 2 here at Sonoma Raceway. Helio Meza, the winner overall. The Pro-Am winner was Jared Odrick, and it was Lainey Bice who won the Western Championship top spot in our 100-mile dash today at Sonoma Raceway. Going to take a break, come back in just a minute, and wrap things up as we look ahead to tomorrow at another doubleheader day here in Northern California. What a pretty setting.
Born on America's greatest racetracks, developed in the Top Liner Lab, tested where it matters most. At every turn, every lap, every win. A protective coating engineered under extreme conditions, applied with precision, designed to last. For high-speed laps and for the people who keep America moving. Top Liner. Dealer opportunities nationwide. Inquire for your area at topliner.com.
Okay, so pretend this is your race car. It's on the trailer, and you have an accident. Ouch! At least your truck's insurance will pay for another one? Yeah, not so fast. Standard insurance won't replace your race car, whether it's in the trailer, in the paddock, in the garage, or the repair shop. But at Haggerty, we can protect it for what it's really worth anytime it's off the track. No matter what or where you race, offer less than a set of race tires. Haggerty, let's drive together.
Don't forget, tomorrow we're right here back with you again from Sonoma Raceway with the Trans Am and TA2 Series for the second half of our doubleheader weekend. Join us tomorrow. The Trans Am Series by Pirelli goes green at 1:15 Eastern Time. We start our pre-race coverage then, go green shortly after. And the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series hits the track with pre-race coverage starting at 4:45 Eastern. That is Sunday from here at Sonoma Raceway, live on Racing America. By the way, don't forget, tonight we've got more racing action for you. Short track action, Midvale and Cordele coming up tonight on the Racing America app. Check it out, and you'll enjoy, no doubt. All right, now look at some of where we got today here at the Sonoma Raceway with our Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, round number 3 of the 2026 season. Field of 35 took to the green flag. Helio Meza and Alande on the front row. We all thought turn 2 would be Calamity Corner at the top of the hill. Never happened.
Never happened. We were betting on a full course show. Nothing. They were all good today.
Good fights in the pack. Laney Bice lost that door piece in the opening lap. Jim Gallagher, one of the few who had some big trouble here. He was able to drive that car to a safe spot. Didn't even slow the race down. Had good, solid racing back in the pack. Gavin Gleitzman with trouble there. That was the spin off of turn number 4. But again, we stayed clean and green. No matter who tried to bring out a yellow, we never had it.
Yep.
And Helio Meza led all of the laps, flag to flag, to score a 3rd consecutive win to start the season and a 4th straight win in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. Set the fast lap of the race also. He'll be on pole for tomorrow's race. So again, join us here on Racing America tomorrow from Sonoma. The Trans Am Series by Pirelli at 1:15 Eastern. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series, 4:45 Eastern on Sunday. See ya.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of Racing America. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
All right, Sonoma, California, let's hear you right now. The Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli here at Jim Weed Winner's Circle for the TA2 Western, TA2 Pro-Am, TA2 Pro, the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series here at Sonoma. Green flag to checker with no double yellows. How about a round of applause for our drivers? So proud of our drivers and crews for that. Unbelievable. I guess we got to start doing double headers everywhere and then just be like, just kidding. You know, because that was unbelievable. It happened in 2 races today. I think that's a record. We're going to start out with the TA2 Western because this was some great fighting. In the number 3, the number 80, the Barbie car. Let's hear it for Kyle Kelly. Come on now, get loud. Our trophy girls are Sadie and Gigi with Next Gen. And Holly with the Hoosier 2.5 Challenge. Check that out. Come up on here. No, get on your. You've been on the podium with me before. All right, so Gigi with the 3rd place. Here we go. Come on, how about a round of applause for the trophy distributors? I love it. In 2nd place, a champion in Trans TA2 Western. Let's hear it with Papini's Garage, Michael LaPaglia. Kyle Kelly is from California. How about a round of applause for that if you're from California? I believe LaPaglia, are you Arizona? California? What?
Marietta, California.
It's Marietta. Come on, 2 Californias. And then, ladies and gentlemen, in her first Western race, She wins it. Let's hear it for Lainey Bice with Team SLR. Awesome to have Lainey on the podium with us. Nick Middleton, don't go too far. Hold on, Nick. Talk to the camera here. Great race. We were watching it together. To go green to checker with no double yellows at one of our most difficult courses, that's got to feel good.
Very much so. Congratulations to all the drivers for a great, clean race today. But, you know, looking forward to the race tomorrow. Everybody's kept the cars great. A little bit more sunshine would be great in California, being from the East Coast. But congratulations to everybody. I know it's a tough weekend for everybody doing a doubleheader, but that was phenomenal racing for everybody. And congratulations to all the winners today. Thank you.
How about that? Big round of applause for Nick Middleton, the title sponsor of the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. Kyle Kelly, I hope you had power steering the whole race. Nice job. You were fighting for this podium. Tell us about it.
Yeah, no, it was good. You know, I really enjoy racing with Michael over here, and it's just really awesome. The car was dialed in, and we're both pitted next to each other, so he looks at my car, I look at his, and we both ended up with the same equipment, which was pretty great.
I love it, and you're ready to go tomorrow.
That's right. Perfect.
Perfect. I like that. LaPaglia, I know you know how to win championships here in the Western Series. How was your race?
It was action packed, man. We had a group of us in the back there, or mid pack, I should say, and just kind of started picking them off one by one. We struggled with setup a little bit on Thursday, Friday, but the Pampini Garage boys threw something in the car for qualifying and got us a good position, and then just made the most of it today. So great battle with Kyle, great battle with Cole. Honestly, a lot of guys. There's probably 7 of us all together that we were scrapping, so it's good.
I love it. LaPaglia and then Lainey, take the mic and tell us about your race. Nice job.
Yeah, I'm just super excited. I'm super grateful for this Team SLR and the opportunity to race with them, and Team Chevrolet for the opportunity, and everybody here, the partners and Sunoco Race Fuels for everything that they do for us. And I'm just super excited. First Western start, and I can't wait to see what we can do while we're running for the championship. And I can't wait. My door actually came off on lap 1, so really glad that one didn't affect me. And yeah, I guess you could say that I blew the door off of it. I mean, but super grateful for everybody here, and thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate every single one of you, fans and all. So thank you guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, I said we made some history. We did make a lot of history. I know Lainey, she probably doesn't care if I say this, but she is our first female to win in a Trans Am Western Championship. How about that? That is pretty cool. All right, so get loud, California. We're going to be throwing out some hats to the loudest. Kyle Kelly, Michael LaPaglia, and Lainey Bice. The Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series Western. So you guys can throw those hats out. Let's see who's got the best arm. You can keep them too. Ooh, Paula, watch out. And we love these Cube 3 stress cubes. You can beam people with those things. Come on, California. Don't lose it yet. Come on now, let's get loud. Kyle Kelly, Michael LaPaglia, and Lainey Bice making some history here. Love it. You can throw those cubes out too. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, LaPaglia's mom. Not going to be a catcher or play for the Giants anytime soon. But you got it, though, right? Nice. I love it. But I think Kyle threw that one to you. All right, last chance, guys. Come on now. First female to be on the top step in TA2 Western. Let's hear Kyle Kelly, Michael LaPaglia, and Lainey Bice here. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Western Championship. Big round of applause for our Next Gen trophy presenters with Sadie and Gigi. Come on now. Next Gen keeping these cars look really pretty. Of course, some champagne for everybody but Lainey, I think. Let's see. Yeah, it is a double header, so you might want to just take that back and enjoy it. Come on now, one more time. Kyle Kelly, Michael LaPaglia, Lainey Bice, Cube 3 Architecture. Ooh, that's cold. And it burns the eyes. Well, now you guys are going to have to go to the dry cleaner tonight, I guess. Hey, congratulations, man. Proud of you. Love to be back with the Western Championship. I love the Western Championship. Laney, I knew it was coming. Nice job. What a great weekend for Team SLR and M1 chassis. All right, this is going to be cool, guys. Yesterday, my friend Matt Gray, who's been a longtime competitor with us in the Pro-Am season, in this Pro-Am series, we were talking about his times. I told him, you're going to get on the podium this season. I didn't think it would be the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, third in TA2 Pro-Am is Matt Gray with TRB. And Ryan, come on now, let's get loud. It is his first podium in TA2. Unbelievable. Man, I love it. And I love the camaraderie we have here. This is her first season in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2. And man, she had an adventure out there in the carousel. Let's hear it for Christina Lamb in second place. How about that? With Helium Mobile, Team TRB. This is cool. And last year's champion in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Pro-Am Series. We got him from the NFL. He came here and won a championship last year. Let's hear it for Jared Odrick with black underwear. How about that? What a day for TRB. You had Patrick, you had all four of your drivers up here, right? All four of the drivers for TRB. That makes that long trip worthwhile. Matt Gray, can't wait to talk to you, man. I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. I love it. How was your race?
It was pretty good, except for the last lap. I was trying to let lap traffic go by, and I got tagged in turn 4, spun around, but I was able to finish. Yeah. So I'd like to thank my father for the opportunity to drive this car, and I couldn't do it without him.
I'm proud of you, man. Tim Gray, I hope you're watching this because this is amazing. Matt, awesome job. And then Christina, I follow you on social media. I've seen the hard fight, all the great stuff Chelsea does. This has got to feel extra special. How you feeling?
This is super awesome. I came in with good pace on Thursday. I was really excited with where I started. I knew there was potential for a podium starting P4. I thought it all vanished when I hit the wall hard at turn 2, but I just kept at it and made the pass for P2, second to last lap. So I'm really proud of this. I want to thank Helium Mobile and TRB. It wouldn't be possible without them.
Nice. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? She just started. Unbelievable. And then Jared Odrick, good points day for you today with the TA2 Pro-Am. Take the mic. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, no, I had a great race and raced Gian Buffamani there for a while, and it was kind of tight. I saw the bottom of his car at turn 7. He got airborne, and so hopefully you guys caught that. It was pretty entertaining. But no, seriously, I'm just so thankful and grateful to be a part of Team TRB. We're representing 3 different chassis makers up here. We got M1, we've got Cope, and we've got Howe. We run all of them, and we run them fast. So if you guys want to come run with us, and we'll get you going. But no, super grateful to be running with these two, and couldn't be happier. So had a great race. And we're ready for another one, and I'll hold off the beer till tomorrow.
I love it. I love it. Okay, come on now, guys. Listen, Matt Gray has fought so long to be on the podium. Let's get it super loud for Matt Gray, Christina Lamb, and Jared Odrick in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Pro-Am Series. That was awesome. Yeah, feel free to throw those out. Oh. It hits Sarah right in the shoulder. There you go. Nice, I love it. Now hold those up. Gigi Sadie, thank you for that. Come on now, let's get loud. Matt Gray, Christina Lamb, and Jared Odrick here, the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series. All right, let's see who's got the arm on those stress cubes. Let's see, Jared going, oh, that's a home run. And he caught it, ladies and gentlemen. Dude in the white hat caught it. Nice job. There we go. Ooh, it almost hit Kevin. Andy Lally, I'm going to want you to come up here. I just saw you. Where'd you go? All right. All right, come on now, let's get loud one more time. Matt Gray, come on, get loud for Matt Gray. Christina Lamb, Jared Odrick, our TA2 Pro-Am TRB podium. That's cool. That's, like I said, a lot of history here. All right. Now remember, we're racing tomorrow, guys. What are you doing, Christina? Oh, Christina wasn't sure what she was doing. Oh. Oh, man. Matt Gray got doused. Matt, you are going to smell terrible tomorrow. In that hot race car when that heats up. Oh man, that was awesome. Thank you guys. You guys made that extra special for all of us. Keep that up. Andy Lally, come up here because I know you've got to be excited about the 2 Trans Am races you've seen. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Lally, the legend, now the director of the Trans Am Series. This had to be a good day for you.
It took us 11 races last year to go green to checker without a full course yellow, so doing it on race 3 of 2026 is solid. It's a testament. It's a 35-car field, a lot of action, and all throughout the field. And all 3 classes from 1st to 35th was nonstop today, so thrilled.
Yeah, it was awesome. In my opinion, I feel like it took the Western Championship to teach us how to race these things.
I think, and Sonoma of all places, which is a tricky place to stay clean, without a doubt. I mean, all these guys on every single podium had an awesome battle, and I can't be more thankful for that. I'm looking forward to more tomorrow. I know these guys are going to turn it up a little bit tomorrow. I'm a little worried about that, but we got all the fenders on these cars for the most part, maybe most of them anyway, and hopefully it stays like that tomorrow.
Nice. I love it. Big round of applause for Andy Lally, ladies and gentlemen. And now we go to TA2 Pro, the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series Pro Edition. And unbelievable. This is a great group. We're going to see him in trucks this year in Xfinity, but he came back to run with us here. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, running with the Roaring Pines. Let's hear it for Connor Mosack in 3rd place. Team SLR. That's Nick Middleton presenting the trophy. Unbelievable. In 2nd place, I don't know how much you keep up with the news, but all the way from Israel, he's having to go back and forth to these races from a war zone, and he's had some adventures. But running with JSSI, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Big welcome and round of applause for Alon Day. It is a lot of work for him to come out here to these races, and it is great to have him out here. And then, ladies and gentlemen, 4 in a row for this guy. Undefeated. He won his first race in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2 with us at COTA, and all he does is win. So let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, Helio Meza. Nice. Whoa. I love it. Hey, we need to bring you guys to all the races. I love it. Well, man, teammates up here. 1, 2, 3. Connor Mosack, I love having you back here with us in the Cube 3 Architecture TA2. How's it feel?
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. I love driving these cars, and it's always fun to be here at Sonoma. But first off, hats off to the Team SLR guys. Obviously brought really fast race cars this weekend and have all year. So that makes my job a lot easier, really just racing these 2 guys here. And hats off to Helio, too. He's been really fast all year, and this weekend just been trying to catch him. So hopefully we can do that tomorrow.
Nice. How about that? Connor Mosack, ladies and gentlemen. And then we go over here. Alon, you have to put so much effort into just getting out here to these races. You know, I've been kind of keeping up with you, but you're up here back on the podium. That's got to feel good. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, I'm still jet lagging. Yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, I'm very happy from Team SLR. I mean, we did an amazing job. Also for tomorrow, we're all top 4 when I start the race. Yeah, I want to thank JSSI for giving me the opportunity to be here. Yeah, I wish I could do better and, you know, challenge a bit Helio, but yeah, he did an amazing job. Yeah, we'll try better tomorrow.
Nice. And I've seen some people in some JSSI hoodies. Who is that?
Yeah, some guests, some employees from JSSI coming to watch a race.
Oh, that's awesome. How about that, everybody? Alon Day all the way from Israel, Tel Aviv, Israel. And then Helio. You've got a little fan club here. I love that. You said your family was coming out. Take the mic. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, you mentioned my family. It's been many years since I've seen them. I actually used to live in Torrance, California when I was around 6 and 7 years old, and I'm super happy that they're able to come out. It's been forever. Junior, Juana, all you guys for coming out. And, man, I mean, what a race. 4 in a row. It's pretty cool to say the least. I don't know if I'm allowed to share this story, but this handsome announcer picked me up on Wednesday in a rental car, asked me, hey, you want to come out to do to ride along on the track? I hop in the car, and sitting next to me is Bill Elliott, and of all people. And Bill actually drove around, gave me a few tips, and so I guess you could say Bill gave me some magic to be fast this weekend. But no, can't thank Team SLR enough, Chevrolet, Alessandro's Racing. Man, there's so many people, my family, and just everyone that supports me and gets to me where I'm at today. All the series sponsor, the Cube 3, Architecture TA2 Series, and Racing America for broadcasting this stuff and letting my family and all the fans watch. So can't wait for tomorrow and starting on the front row again, and looking forward to having another good day tomorrow.
Nice. Come on now. All right, I love it. Watch out, Lucas. Sorry. Man, all right, now last chances to get really loud here because it's awesome Team SLR sweep up here. Let's hear it for Connor Mosak, Alon Day, and Helio Meza. 4 in a row for Helio. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want to get all 3 of these gentlemen's autographs because in just a few years we're going to be watching them racing all over the place. So keep it going, man. We've lost you guys. We don't want to lose you guys. Keep up that energy, especially you over there, the family. Come on now. Connor Mosak, Alon Day, Helio Meza. Come on now. Hold up those trophies. Let's see who's got an arm. Throw out those Cube 3 stress balls there for Nick Middleton. I don't know if anybody can beat what Jared Odrick did. Oh, they don't want to throw him out, I guess. And Connor's suit's falling apart. Yeah, it's fine. We might need to get some better tape for Connor. Chris, is that going to be an issue? Okay. All right, come on. California. All the way from Tel Aviv, Israel. Let's make Israel hear this. Come on now. Connor Mosak, Alon Day, Helio Meza. Come on now. Get loud. Cube 3 Architecture TA2 Series Pro. What a great race. I'm so proud of all of our drivers, all of the crew in the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli. 2 races today. Green to checker, no double yellows at one of our most difficult circuits. Unbelievable. Come on now, let's get loud one more time. Alon just sniffed it to see if he was getting the real stuff. Come on, California, get loud. We're in wine country. They got some champagne up here. Oh, they go for it. The teammates right into each other's eyes. Unbelievable. We love it. You guys are welcome to throw those hats out. Sadie GG with Next Gen. Thank you guys so much for presenting the trophies. Thank you guys. This is a great crowd. We hope to see you guys here tomorrow. That does it for the Trans Am Series presented by Pirelli here today. But we will be back here tomorrow with 2 great races. Thank you guys for coming out. Nice job, guys.